Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're putting on our detective hats to investigate the mysterious and often totally invisible symptoms of radio frequency interference, or, as we call it, RFI.
Now, this is part 3 of a big 10-part tutorial all about RFI. It's specifically for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and all those IoT devices that use the 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz bands. This whole series comes from RFI detectives, and it's really designed for us technically savvy folks. So if you're trying to figure out why your wireless network is acting up, you are definitely in the right place.
So let's just start with a situation that I'm sure is super familiar. Your network performance is, well, it's all over the place. 1 minute, everything's great. The next, it's crawling. You've checked the router, you've triple-checked your settings, but you just can't nail down the problem. So, is it your setup, or is there some kind of phantom menace at play here?
Okay, the number one most common clue that you're dealing with RFI is just plain old intermittent connectivity. It's the top complaint people have. So let's really break down what that looks like in the real world.
What's so tricky about this is that we're not talking about constant, predictable failures. No, this is much more frustrating. We're talking about your devices just randomly disconnecting, or trying to connect and just failing, for no obvious reason. You might even see a laptop that keeps jumping between different Wi-Fi access points, like it's desperately searching for a good signal. It's that maddening, now you see me, now you don't kind of problem.
But you know, an unreliable connection isn't the only clue. Even if your devices manage to hang on and stay connected, RFI can leave its fingerprints all over your network's actual performance.
So, this is absolutely crucial, learning how to tell RFI apart from other common network headaches. See, a persistent failure, one that's always there, that's usually a sign of a bad cable, or maybe a mistake in your configuration. A dead zone in the back of the house, that's just a coverage gap. But RFI is different. Its symptoms come and go, they're unpredictable, and they often seem to have this strange rhythm all their own.
And this really shows you the direct hit on your experience. When RFI is in the air, two things happen. First, your throughput, which is just the actual speed of your downloads and uploads, it totally plummets. At the same time, your latency, you probably know it as lag or ping, it skyrockets. The result? Your video calls get all choppy, and your downloads feel like they take forever.
And that brings us to the most important clue an RFI detective can find: the pattern. Honestly, this is what separates interference from almost any other network issue out there. This is the smoking gun.
We're talking about something called temporal patterns, and that's just a fancy way of saying the problems seem to have a schedule, right? They pop up at very specific times of day, or maybe only when a certain activity is happening nearby. This is your biggest clue that some other device, something not even on your network, is the real culprit.
Let me give you the perfect classic example from the source material. Imagine your office Wi-Fi is flawless all morning, but then every single day, right between noon and 1 o'clock, it just grinds to a halt. So what's happening at that exact time? Well, everyone's in the break room heating up their lunch. The prime suspect isn't the network at all. It's the army of microwave ovens all firing up at once and flooding the airwaves.
So, you've seen the evidence. You've got the random disconnects, the awful lag, and now maybe a pattern is starting to emerge. You think it might be RFI. So, what's the first critical step you need to take to crack this case? Okay, your job now is to switch roles. You're no longer the victim of the problem, you are now the detective. First step, observe. Start documenting the specific symptoms. Is it slow speeds? Is it disconnects? Then, you gotta identify the pattern. Does it only happen at 3 p.m. every day? Does it happen when you turn on that old lamp in the corner? And finally, you form a hypothesis. You connect the what with the when. And really, this is the main takeaway here. This quote from the source materials says it all perfectly. Just being able to spot these symptoms, to see those intermittent drops, and recognize those temporal patterns, that is the most important part of the entire process. It all starts there. So knowing the symptoms is half the battle, for sure. You can now tell the difference between a simple little configuration error and a potential RFI nightmare. But that leads us to the next big question. Once you've spotted the clues, how do you actually find the source and unmask the culprit? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into in the next part of this series.